What's going on, everybody? ShadowFox79 here, and welcome back to another ARC video. Now, before we go ahead and get into today's video, I just want to say thank you all so much for your support on my ARC single player and non-dedicated settings video. As of the recording of this video, it stands at over 700 views. That's just off the charts compared to the amount of views I usually get on a video. So I will definitely be doing a lot more ARC videos in the future because it definitely seems to me that's what you guys want. Thanks to all you guys who watch my channel. Now let's go ahead and get into the actual video. So, if you're looking to know more or tame a raptor, then you've definitely come to the right video because today we're going to be taking a really close look into the raptor. Now, this video was actually filmed before the second TLC patch, so it might be missing some names that will be coming later this month. So, I guess let's go ahead and start talking about what changes it will be receiving later this month in the TLC patch. So in the second TLC patch, the Raptor is going to be almost completely redone. It's going to be for the better though, so don't freak out. It's going to be getting a new model, which looks much better. It's going to just look a lot more dangerous and intimidating and bulkier with this new model. And instead of having those like weird pokey things that look more like hair than feathers, which is actually what it's supposed to be, it's going to get what actually will look like feathers. And also, on top of a new model, it will be getting two new abilities. So the pack system that Allosauruses and Direwolves have, the Raptor is also going to be able to use. It will work for wild and tamed raptors, but there has to be at least 3 raptors for them to be able to form a pack and to be able to use the pack boost. If you have tamed raptors, there'll be a pack leader, and the pack leader will have to activate a call, and the call will boost the pack's damage resistance, movement speed, and attack speed for 15 seconds. But after this 15 seconds, it's going to have a 45-second cooldown. And the other new ability that the Raptor is going to get in the second TLC patch is going to be a super deadly pounce attack. Wild and tamed raptors will be able to use this, so it could potentially be helpful for PvP. And the raptors will be able to jump out and pin down players and other small targets. And while the raptor has its prey pinned down, it'll be able to use a bite attack that will quickly kill its prey. The raptor is going to become an even more powerful and useful creature later this month, and a lot of people are really excited for it. And the Sarco, Spinosaurus, Triceratops, and Argentavis will also be greatly improved upon later this month in the second TLC patch. So now we're ready to start looking for a raptor to tame. Raptors can be found on every single map in Ark. They're pretty much everywhere on the island. They can be found most commonly in jungles and forests. On Ragnarok in the center, it's pretty much the same. They're found all over jungles and forests. However, on Aberration, they're found pretty commonly near the Mushroom Forest, near the Fertile Lake, and I've also found some at the portal. If you're playing on Scorched Earth, they might be a bit of a challenge to find because they're found uncommonly near the Green Obelisk, which is pretty much basically the first starting area, and in non-mountainous areas of the map. So now that you found yourself a raptor you want to tame, the first thing you're going to need is a bola. The engram for one can be unlocked at level 9, and once you have the engram, you can make it in your inventory for only 10 thatch, 3 stone, 15 fiber, and 3 hide. The level of the raptor will determine how hard it will be to tame. So say if the raptor is around level maybe 45, then you should probably use a club. The club engram is available at level 8 and requires 4 wood and 15 fiber to craft. But say the Raptor is around over level 45, then you'll likely want to use tranquilizer arrows from a bow or crossbow. The engrams for a bow and stone arrows are both available at level 10. A bow costs 15 wood and 50 fiber to craft, and a single stone arrow can be made for 2 thatch, 2 fiber, and 1 flint. To make tranquilizer arrows for your bow, you'll need narcotics and some stone arrows. Narcotics can be made out of mortar and pestle for 5 narco berries and 1 piece of spoiled meat. A mortar and pestle will cost 65 stone and 15 hide to make. You can collect narco berries from bushes and obtain spoiled meat when a piece of raw or cooked meat's timer runs out and it spoils. The engrams for narcotics and mortar and pestle are both available at level 5. Narcotics can also be used to keep the dino that is starting to wake up during taming asleep. You'll need to combine a single stone arrow and a single narcotic to make a trank arrow, but you will need multiple of the trank arrows. The engram for a trank arrow is available at level 21. The final thing you'll need is meat. The easiest meats to get when starting out are raw meat and raw fish meat. Raw meat you can get from killing and harvesting a normal dino and creature, and raw fish meat you can obviously get from killing and harvesting fish. A pickaxe is best for harvesting meat, so make sure you use that and not a normal axe. Normal raw meat will work a lot better for taming a raptor than raw fish meat, so I would definitely recommend using it. Now that you have everything you need to tame a raptor, you'll need to put your bola and club or bow in your hotbar. Walk or sneak up to the raptor you found and throw the bola near its feet. This will trap the raptor so it can't get away or kill you while you try to knock it out, but it still can damage you. Next, use your club or bola to knock out the raptor. Hitting it in the head will deal much more torpidity damage and knock it out a lot faster. Once the raptor falls unconscious, access its inventory and simply drag over the raw meat from your inventory to the raptor's inventory. Now just wait until it finishes taming. The raptor shouldn't wake up before it's tamed, but if it does, then hit it carefully a few more times with your club or bow, or if you have any leftover narcotics, you can put them in its inventory and force feed them to it. This will keep it asleep. Make sure you keep watch to make sure no nearby creatures try and kill the raptor while it's asleep. Your raptor should wake up fully tamed and yours when it's finished. So now that you have your super awesome, cool, deadly raptor mount tamed, you're gonna need to have a saddle for it so you can ride it. So the engram for the saddle is available at level 18 and it can be crafted in your inventory for 110 hide, 65 fiber, and 20 wood. So you don't need to get like a smithy and metal or anything like that. But you can also find raptor saddles in a supply beacon, so you do not have to craft them. So in a supply beacon, you can find 6 different qualities of saddles, weapons, tools, and armor, which obviously means you can find a raptor saddle in there. So in order from worst to best quality that you can find in a supply beacon, it goes primitive, which will be the same quality as what you would craft it as, and then ramshackle, and then apprentice, and then journeyman, mastercraft, and then finally ascendant, which is the best quality you can find. And then once you have your saddle, just simply drag it from your inventory into the raptor's box that will say saddle, and then this will put the saddle on your raptor so now you can ride it to wherever you want. So now you may be wondering, well, what should I spend my Raptor's upgrade points on? Well, the Raptor can be used for just a ton of different things. It can potentially be a PvP dino, a meat gatherer, a dino that you would use in a cave, a travel dino, so on. There's a bunch more. But whatever you spend your upgrade points on, that's probably going to determine what type of dino it will be. So say you want a travel dino. You would likely want to upgrade stamina, movement speed, and some health and weight on your Raptor. And say you want your Raptor to gather meat. You would put your points into melee damage, weight, and some into health, speed, and stamina. If you would want a PvP or Cave Raptor, because they're both used for fighting, you would want to upgrade melee damage, health, and stamina. Well, what I usually try to do is to make it just an all-around dino that you can use for anything. Like you can use it for traveling, going into caves, gathering meat, just a bunch of different things. And when I do this, I would upgrade my raptor points on stamina, health, weight, but I would still pump some movement speed into melee damage, but not as much. But no matter what you want to do, make sure that you do not upgrade hardly any points at all into oxygen and hunger. Maybe some hunger, but like maybe 1 or 2 points. Oxygen, just don't upgrade into oxygen. It's not an aquatic dino. It's not a semi-aquatic dino. Just don't even touch oxygen and barely touch hunger. They won't make your raptor stronger in any way. So the only significant downside is just that raptors are absolutely terribly slow in water. You do not want to bring them into lakes, rivers, and definitely not the ocean. Just don't touch the water unless you absolutely have to cross, like, say, a lake or a river to get to where you're trying to go, because they'll be so slow that piranhas or like a megalodon or other hostile aquatic dinos will easily be able to catch up to them and just kill you or your raptor super easily. One thing you have to be very careful about in Ark, especially in your beginning stages of a server or just in the game in general, is Alpha Raptors. Now, Alpha Raptors, they cannot be tamed, and they are very, very hard to kill, especially in the early and mid game. However, killing one will give you an item called the Alpha Raptor Claw, and this is needed along with a bunch of other rare items and artifacts to summon a boss fight at an obelisk, and fighting the bosses at an obelisk is necessary for you to complete the game. Um, if you're out hunting for a raptor to tame, make sure that the raptor you found does not have a red, like a glow or red gas around it, because this means it is an alpha raptor and it can't be tamed. It'll just kill you. So the last thing we're going to talk about today is how you should breed a raptor. Now, if you've ever bred two creatures before in Ark, it's just the same concept for a raptor. So you just put two raptors that are tamed of opposite genders in a small enclosed area. You're going to destroy the small enclosed area once you're done. So I would recommend only using thatch because it's super cheap. Next, you want to set both of them on wandering, and you'll know the raptors have started to breed because they'll both have a just a red, like, beating heart above their name tags. And then when the red heart disappears, it means the female raptor has laid an egg. Now destroy the thatch structures and take both raptors off of wandering, and just keep watch over the egg until it hatches. When it hatches, imprint on the baby and make sure it has a lot of meat in its inventory. The baby should take a pretty long time to fully grow up and mature, so just put it in a safe place where it can't be attacked with plenty of meat in its inventory so you can log off or you can do something else until it grows up. Once your raptor fully matures, it will be able to do the same things as a normal raptor. You can put a saddle on it, it can be upgraded, it can be bred with other raptors, so on. You get the point. So that's gonna about wrap up today's video. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you found this video entertaining or useful, and comment what dino you guys want me to do next. This video is actually requested through a comment on my last Arc Dino Guide video, so that just shows that I'm doing requests. You guys can follow me on Instagram. My username is at underscore shadowfox79 underscore. However, my account is private, so you'll have to request to follow me. Thank you all so much for watching. Shadowfox79 out.